Okay, so next, CF number 12. The halacha requires that the tzitzis, strings, affixed to the garment, be made of the same material as the garment itself. Okay. According to the most authorities, tzitzis strings of wool or linen are the exception to the rule. Okay. And can be used for a garment or any fabric. This year discusses the application of the halachos. So let's read the commentary and we're going to explain what does it mean. Except wool and linen and vice versa. Tying the threads of one to one of these materials into the garment of the other material would constitute sharpness, mixture of wool and linen, which is forbidden to wear. Okay, Shulchan Aruch 9.2. Okay, so they say so these tzitzis could be made of cotton, for example. So if you have cotton towels, you can have cotton tzitzis. There is no problem. Or you have synthetic towels, you can. I'm not sure if you can synthetic tzitzis, not sure. But the two exceptions is linen and wool. So linen you can put on linen tzitzis you can put on any garment, on any towels except wool. And wool you also can put on any towels except linen towels.
Are linen and cotton the same thing or no?
Linen and cotton, no, they're two separate materials, two different.
Yeah, just asking. Okay.
Yeah. So linen, it's usually, like it's more expensive, and it shrinks better, more. I don't know. It's for fancy people, basically. It's cost more money. So, but all of our laces that we buy in the store, the tzitzis made of wool. So that's the like highest mitzvah. Tzitzis made of wool, but talis, some of them made of cotton. So you have to check. So the best if you want to do the mitzvah the best way possible. So you buy wool towels with wool tzitzis. That's it. So one of the 613 commandments. So we're not allowed to have negative commandments that you are not allowed to have a mixture of wool and linen in one garment. So that's why there is special labs, right? So you bring your garment. For example, you have a jacket, like jacket meaning like this suit jacket, right? Sometimes if it's fancy schmancy, I hope you don't have like if somebody have Boss, for example, Hugo Boss, for sure there is sharpness, forbidden to wear. But others like lower brand like Ralph Lauren and like others like Tommy Hilfiger sometimes would have, right? So basically you're not allowed to wear such a garment. So if something that is made of wool, you have to take to this lab. It costs, I don't know, like $5, $7, depends on what garment, and or your coat. You have like wool coat, for example. You take there, they check, they give you a stamp. Right? They put like a sticker to your garment that it was checked in this lab, no problem. Otherwise, when a person wears such a garment, it's a wearer every second of his life. Every second that he wears this garment, he does this aware. Just so you know. So it's very important to check if you have for sure. If it says like I don't know, some synthetic material, you don't have to check. But if it says wool, you have to check. Okay. So continue. The word tzemer, wool, used in the word tzemer, wool, when it is used without specification in the Torah and in the words of halachic authorities, refers to wool of ewes and rams. Okay. So ewes or rams in the sheep. Okay, 78. So because why it says because the wool could be from goats also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cost more money, or wool could be from non-kosher animal also, like a camel. They make a camel blankets, camel sweaters, camel coats. I mean, it's more expensive, but well, it's not the topic. Okay, so we say when we say this tzemer, it means wool from sheep. Okay, commentary. Thus, when the authorities rule that ideal material for the tzitzis is wool, it is the wool that this is the wool that it's meant from sheep, not from goats or camels or other things. In addition, the law that the woolen tzitzis can be used for any garment. That's the introduction. It relates only to the wool of use and the rents. So one more time, but when we say wool, we mean only this wool. Okay. So continue. The women over cloth is done by in interlacing the two sets of threads called a warp. So and the verb. So basically, I don't know if you saw like, I mean, that's not how, since they mentioned it. So how you will make material in the olden days. So it's like horizontal, like goes like horizontal goes like this, right? So I mean like this, right? Like that's go like one thread, and another thread goes like this. So they like that's how they make material. Okay. The weaving of the cloth is done by, okay, we said that. Okay, continue. Regarding a talus, in which a warp threads the wool, but the verb threads the other cotton and silk and the like. So basically, they try to combine the wool, for example. I don't know sure why they do that, or they combine the wool and the cotton or silk into this talus, or the opposite case. So one, like those threads, like horizontal threads, let's say wool, and those vertical silk or cotton. Okay, fancy schmancy. Whether the word threads are wool and the warp threads another material. Okay, one who fears heaven, there is a God-fearing person, should not recite the blessing on this type of talus. Very strong, right? The reason for this is because there are those who say that the woolen tzitzis cannot be used to discharge obligation on tzitzis on a garment or a garment unless it is made entirely of the same material as the tzitzis. Okay, so that's why they explain to us. So basically they say, so this talus, it could be of cotton, it could be of linen, it could be whatever different material, but it should be made of one material. So I'm not sure if today we have. The talus that were made of one material, but all other garments, if you see the even shorts, you see it says cotton, but it's not all cotton. It's only 85% cotton and some other additions. It says spandex and other things. So okay, so they say God-fearing person. So of course it's only minority, but in talus, I don't think they would use some other things. Maybe, but I don't think so. Okay, 79 commentary. A God-fearing person should avoid the reciting blessing on such a garment. So they did not say that you cannot wear it, meaning that you cannot say you should not. God-fearing person. For according to that opinion, the blessing would be considered recited in vain. Okay. If the threads of the fabric were made with a mixture of other material as well, we would follow the majority of the material in determining the halachic status of the garment. However, in our case, where the other material is used for all warp or for all weft, even if the wool were the majority of the overall material of the cloth, it cannot be considered garment of wool. This is because warp threads or weft threads themselves cannot be considered a garment. So here's the sense. So basically, if there are some mixtures, like maybe around the garment that they try to make it stronger, they go with different threads and stuff like that. So there is no problem. So the problem is when there is no problem because it is majority. So majority of the wool means that it's majority of the wool. But when we say that one thread goes like this and one thread goes like that, it's not majority, it's 50-50. Understand? So that's what they say would be a problem. Okay, but if you buy it in a store, it should be fine. Continue. Likewise, if one who has a silk talis, fancy schmancy, right, with a tzitzit string made of wool, should not recite blessing on it, since the tzitzis are not made of the same material of the garment. One more time. Likewise, one who have silk talis with a tzitzis made of wool should not recite the blessing on it, since the tzitzis are not made of the same material of the garment. Rather, if one wishes to wear such a garment, he should first recite the blessing on a woolen talis, upon which there are wool tzitzis, upon which there are wool tzitzis, and wrap himself with that talis. Even though we say that the woolen tzitzis you can tie to the other garment, right? But they say the problem is the silk. So the silk, I understand that. The way I understand, maybe it's because there is like the silk is made by worms, right? Some kind of worms, the silkworm. So maybe it's like it's a little disrespect. That's what I think, right? So they say even the what is it? The tzitz of wool, and we said the tzitz of wool we can tie to any garment. This is a problem. Okay, let's see commentary. It is permitted to wear such a garment, since the halacha does not follow the opinion cited here. Okay. However, due to the severity of the sin of reciting blessing in vain, reciting blessing upon them should be avoided. Mishnah Brura dispute this and writes that one may rely on the opinion of the most authorities and recite blessing on a garment of any fabric with a wool tzitzit string. Okay, as we said before. So basically, we follow Mishnah Brura. So Mishnah Brura said, so even if you have the silk talis, I'm not sure if they sell such a, maybe they do. Okay, so and wool tzitzis, so they say there is no problem. Mishnah Brura said no problem, but others say just don't. There is no problem to wear, but it might be a problem to say the blessing. So what to do? Just go with wool on wool. That's it. It's the best, or wool on cotton. For somebody who cannot too hot or whatever. Okay. So basically, here the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says, so if he wants to wear that talis so much, so make a blessing on wool for 100% wool talis, and then you can wear this one. Okay. I'm not sure how practical is it. I mean, you have to lace it. Okay. However, in the case of silk talis, if the tzitzit string upon it are also made of silk, one may recite the blessing on it, since both the talis garment and tzitzit string are made of the same material. As we said before, same material, no problem. Okay. Commentary. According to some authorities, however, this is not a Torah obligation, but rabbinic one. Okay. So continue. It is not common in our countries to have halachically valid silk string, valid silk tzitzit string. Okay. For some reason why, since tzitzis must be spun with the raw material, with intent to be used for a mitzvah of tzitzis, and the raw material of silk is not available in this country. So that's this country is Hungary, right? And next commentary says, in the times of the Kitzur, as now, Japan and China were the primary producer of the thread. So even the threads, the threads itself, the tzitzis that we wear, there was span like these ropes, right? These threads were span for the mitzvah of tzitzis. Right, so they start from the beginning. The talis itself, it's not necessary, right? It could be a garment, like anybody can do it. But tzitzis for sure has to be span meaning from very beginning. So since they're mostly Chinese and Japanese doing this, so yeah, so they say it's not practical to have this what is it? The silk tzitzis. Okay. Continue. 83, 84. If on a silk talus, if on a silk talus there was some silk tzitzis string and some wool string, and some wool tzitzis, it is even worse than having a wool only strings. Therefore, one should not use such a talus. Okay. So basically, I'm not sure why would he do the combination of two. So basically, don't do it. Do 4 of this or 4 of that. But as we said, the 4 this what is it? Silk tzitzis is not available. So if you want to just do 4 of the what is it? Of the wool. Okay, commentary. A silk talus with only wool tzitzis string is a completely valid, as we said before, according to most authorities. Not everybody, but according to most authorities. As Mishnah Berurah agrees, so if Mishnah Berurah says yes, so you can, it's very reliable. So me personally go by Mishnah Berurah. However, a silk talus with some strings, tzitzis of the wool and some of the silk does not satisfy any single criterion. Sorry. Neither that which demands that the strings be of the same material as a garment, as we said before, nor which indicates that wool tzitzis string can be used for any garment. See Mishnah Berurah. So basically, just stick to one same material, or stay with a wool. Okay.